actually outside at like 5 in the morning. Still dark out, but it's fresh air. I always open all my doors and get fresh air. So we've got complete in Christ, Colossians. Healing just fell on the ground. Colossians chapter 2, verses 9 and 10 talks about complete in Christ. So this is about healing. Yesterday we talked a little bit about childhood trauma. So complete in Christ, you have to go to the Christ consciousness and get this inner healing. Because you can fake it all you want, but you can't fake it that you made it. Do you ever hear fake it till you make it? But you can't fake it that you made it. So when shit hits the fan, if you said you knew Kung Fu, but when shit hits the fan and you don't know Kung Fu, you're going to get your ass beat. Simple as that. Okay, so we're going to do the Nordic deck today. We've got somebody is not motivated. It's upside down. So if you're not motivated to do your inner healing, to learn Kung Fu, to study the Bible, this is the missing puzzle piece. Yesterday in Magnetize Yourself with Infinity, she mentioned the color red and she mentioned a piece of a puzzle. And this is what red puzzle piece, complete in Christ. That's how you get complete. Now, you may not believe in Christ. That's fine with me. You can do whatever you want. But I'm just telling you what works. And I know Astro very well, and I know the Christ consciousness very well. And it does make you complete. Okay, so your motivation is off. You don't feel very motivated. You're trying to heal, but you're not very motivated. And underneath motivation is if you get motivated, you will have success. Okay, and I'm drawn to the stars in the sky, and the stars represent destiny. Okay, Randy and Irene are here. Outside, you're seeing the sky get a little bit darker. I mean lighter. It's nighttime. It's actually 5 in the morning. But okay, so we've got success comes from being motivated to heal. All right. So if you're just joining us, you might want to always rewind and watch from the beginning. Okay, so your health is in the rears, it's upside down. So I'm hearing that somebody is not healthy enough to be motivated. Well, that has to change. You can't blame your health or any of your setbacks on not going to your next level, not healing your childhood trauma, not healing. So I would highly suggest you quit making up excuses that your health is no good. If you're going to wait for medbeds, Q phones, Nasara Gasara, a lot of you have been waiting a long time and you have went bankrupt. You've went deeper into health issues. You've not got a new phone. All these things because you keep waiting on something that's in the background, that isn't in the forefront yet. We're supposed to be living in the moment and living in today. And a lot of you are living on, well, this is coming in the future. That's like that saying of, I'll be happy when, right? You guys all know that one. I'll be happy when I get this. I'll be happy when this happens. No, we need to be happy now. So with health being in reverse, I'm being told quite loudly to get into the solution of whatever your health problem is. If you can't walk and you're laying in bed right now, you can still watch these videos. You can still talk to your Christ consciousness, your higher self. You can still go through your childhood trauma through your phone. Today, we have everything in the palm of our hand. So, um, you're just using these things for excuses, and I'm here to tell you it. Plain as day. They're just saying you're being held back because of your excuses. And that's making you toxic. That's making you toxic, and it's making everybody around you toxic, and it's making you not grow. So it's kind of a downer Debbie kind of a energy right now, because the only one standing in your way is you, and that's what's happening. Okay, then we have communication. You're not communicating, or you're communicating too much. I've got some of you that are just sitting on YouTube all day, communicating all the time. And I have others of you that are isolating and not talking enough to the right people. Okay, instead of talking to your counselor, your friend that isn't toxic, your church people, I don't know, whoever you talk to for good advice, you're not doing that. You're going the other way. Okay, so communication is key. But if you're watching this video, you're definitely not getting enough. You're just being shown the areas where you could do better. Okay? Then we have creativity and celebration, but celebration is in reverse. Okay? So you're doing a lot of creativity, or you want to be, right? You want to make music, you want to write songs, you want to be on YouTube, you want to do all these things, right? But something ain't going right. Okay, and I see on the bottom, I see the word wow, right? But upside down it says mom. So I'm seeing that some of you are having a hard time being a mom, talking to your mom. You know, the Virgin Mary is very significant to me. And I'll show you my statues here. There's some of my statues right there. And the Virgin Mary is my mom. I love the Virgin Mary. I love Christ. I love everybody in the whole spirit realm. I just do. And a lot of you are being told that that stuff is fake and it's not real, and that the Bible's not real and all this stuff. Be very careful, because it's really an inside job. It's not so much what we read, what we do, it's our trueness in our heart. And I know this for a fact. So some of you could believe in the verse 9 and 10 from Colossians 2. Another person doesn't believe that way. They believe in, say, maybe the Quran or something, right? It doesn't matter. What matters is what's in their heart. And see, this confirmation, this Christ consciousness and all this stuff about quantum, it's all about your consciousness. So you can't lie. That's why when I say to you, don't worry about cameras, because everything's on film and we know your heart. So I can look straight at you and say, I believe in the Christ consciousness, but inside me, I'm saying something different. They know, we know, we know everything, we've got everything, we know. So your vision is upside down, you know, you're not seeing things clearly. You're listening too much to your phone. You're listening too much to YouTube people. You're listening too much to the voices in your phone and not enough voices in your head and heart. This applies for a good number of you. Now, I'm glad you're watching my video, but then what do you do for the other 23 hours and a half, right? So your vision is clouded. Back to inner child. Okay, so it's the same as yesterday. If you didn't watch yesterday's video, you have to work on your childhood traumas. Your childhood traumas are keeping you, your childhood beliefs, your childhood everything. I could sit here right now and tell you story after story about my childhood because we remember our childhood, right? And it's what makes us. If we were loved or abused or whatever, starved, right? That makes us into the person we are today. That's called cell memory. But we have to deal with it and move on and find out who we really are. So you've been fed broccoli all your life, and you find out now that you don't even like broccoli. So you don't buy it at the store ever. Okay? Find out who you are. Get complete in Christ. So we're just not complete. You didn't get to your highest level because these things are holding you back. If you got to your highest level, well, good. That's awesome. Then we need to help other people get there, right? Curiosity is in reverse. You're not being curious enough. You're being too hard-headed and saying, nope, I don't believe in those statues of the Virgin Mary. Nope, I don't believe in the Bible. Nope, I don't believe in even this energy healing stuff. I'm just going to turn you off. Okay, go ahead. It doesn't matter to me, but you're just hurting yourself because your curiosity is in reverse. You don't want to go down a rabbit hole. You just want to stay fixated just right where you're at, right? Well, then you can stay there. You're way too sensitive. Way too sensitive. Thinking everything's about you, thinking the world revolves around me and my thinking, Nope, you're way too sensitive. And this reading is really pointing out the mirror. It's kind of like if I came out here with a big mirror and just said, this is what's wrong. And a lot of you are just going to ignore this and say, this ain't for me. A lot of you are just going to say, this is bullshit. And that's why you keep staying where you're at. Some of you even went to lower levels because you didn't work on your shadow in reverse. You're supposed to be working on the shadow side of you. You're supposed to be working on your faults, right? No, it's just like back to what I said. You're telling everybody you know Kung Fu, and then we put you out there on an assignment, and guess what? You don't know Kung Fu. Now, we did know that because we know everything. We're quantum consciousness, but we listened to you. We got it written down here. He says he knows Kung Fu. Okay, send him out there. Got his ass beat, didn't he? He doesn't want to work on the shadow side. He just wants to talk shit. So this energy is getting very, very pointing the finger at your faults. So I'm not going to keep on keeping on because I'm really not one for that. I'm just letting you know that the energy today is saying you really got to start looking in the mirror to get complete in Christ. If you're going to get complete in something, you can't do it half-assed. And you certainly can't do it without a full intent. You see what I'm saying? If you wanted to be a guitar player, which Randy, Posh Randy here, 555, he's a guitar player, so he's going to know what I'm saying. You have to practice. You have to figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. You have to have a full intent. You don't just, if you handed me a guitar right now, I wouldn't be able to play it because I don't know how to play it. But I can hear and I can listen and I can tell you, oh, that sounded really good. Oh, that didn't sound good at all. I can be your ears, but I don't know how to play guitar. If I wanted to learn how to play a guitar, it would have to take like from kindergarten up, right? Well, that's what we're doing here with us to become complete in Christ. Okay? Your challenges from yesterday are in the reverse, so that's good. I think some of you have watched that video and figured out a few of your challenges that they're just lessons. They're just lessons to be learned. And when we move forward, we learn from the lesson and we move on. Now, Posh Randy just said hours and hours of practice, and he's a guitar player. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, Randy, except we want to go hours and hours of practice in us getting complete. How can you get complete? How can you sit here like me? I'm sitting here right now telling you that I'm on the highest level, that I'm a master teacher, that I'm on all 12 dimensions at once, and that I come here to bring you energy readings. How can I be so confident? How can I talk like that? Because I go through my challenges. Right? Rain or shine, and I take them as learned lessons learned. So use your intuition. I know this reading was kind of a bummer for a lot of you, a bummer feeling, but the only way you're going to get complete is practice, practice, practice. I want you to become complete. I want you to be able to sit here and say, I understand everything you're saying, Miss Mystic. I understand. And guess what? I got to be a master teacher for some star seeds. I got to play this song and make it a hit. I got to do this. I want to hear these success stories. I'm not hearing too many success stories. I'm hearing a lot of stories and they're not success stories. So I understand the energy. And I'm trying to explain to you how to get complete in Christ. Put down the phone, become more creative, find out who you really are, and yeah, find your lost soul. Find your lost soul. Okay. And if you're not where I'm at, what I just said, this whole video, could be future influence, or you could be past it. And if you're past it, I highly hope you can lead others with your videos, with your music, to help other people get to where we're at. Because that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to be each other's guides, not their foes. So I am Miss Mystic. Thank you for listening to me. I love you all.